sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, so everyone get ready because this deep dive is going to be a wild one. We're breaking down Real Madrid versus Celta Vigo in the Copa del Rey.
Yeah, this one was a real roller coaster.
We've got the match highlights from Sports Illustrated, and let me tell you, this was not your average match.
No, not at all. We're talking stunning goals, a comeback for the ages, and a young player who, well, let's just say he made sure everyone knew his name by the final whistle.
Absolutely. So we all know Real Madrid had that tough loss to Barcelona in the Supercopa de España final.
Yeah, that one stung a bit.
But then they come out in this Copa del Rey match and just dominate early on. It was like they had something to prove.
It really did seem that way. Like they had a fire lit under them.
They definitely came out swinging. And Mbappe's opening goal, I mean, was that even fair?
Yeah, talk about a statement. It wasn't just a goal, it was a message.
It was like he was playing against kids out there.
The way he just sliced through Celta Vigo's defense, I mean, they barely even touched him. Speed, agility, and then that finished. Pure class.
That's like Mbappé.
Right. It was almost like he was saying, we're back and don't you forget it.
But then Celta Vigo, they claw their way back into the match. It's like a completely different team took the field.
That's football for you. Just when you think you've got it figured out.
Jonathan Bamba gets one back with this beautiful shot.
Trolled it right past the keeper.
And then right at the death, in injury time, Marcos Alonso nails that penalty kick.
Can you imagine the tension in the stadium?
From 2-0 down to a tie game going into extra time, I bet Real Madrid fans were sweating bullets.
I bet they were.
Yeah.
But, that's when you see what a team is really made of. How did they respond when the pressure's on?
And Real Madrid, well, they brought on Endrick.
That's right. And that's when things get really interesting.
This kid, 2 goals in extra time, and we're not talking about simple tap-ins either.
Oh, no. These were works of art.
That left-footed strike, the highlights call it spectacular, but that doesn't even begin to describe it.
Bend it right into the top corner. Didn't even give the keeper a chance.
And then there's the back heel goal. It was almost cheeky, like he was toying with Celta Vigo at that point.
That back heel. That wasn't just luck. That was pure skill and awareness.
Yeah.
He knew exactly where the defender was going to be.
Yeah.
Anticipated the play perfectly.
It was like he was born for these moments. And the confidence he showed, especially for someone so young, it's incredible.
It really is. It makes you think of, those players who just burst onto the scene and you instantly know there's something special.
Absolutely. Well, before we get too carried away with Endrick's performance, we can't forget about Fede Valverde's goal.
Oh, yeah. That was a rocket.
From outside the box. Boom.
Valverde's been such a consistent player for Real Madrid. He brings that defensive strength to the midfield, but then can turn around and unleash a shot like that.
It's the kind of versatility every team dreams of.
No doubt about it.
So, okay, big picture here. Real Madrid wins a thriller. But was this more about their resilience, or did Celta Vigo almost pull off a massive upset by exposing some weaknesses?
That's a great question. They definitely show they can fight back, which is crucial if you want to win titles. But Celta Vigo showed that Real Madrid can be vulnerable.
It's a thrilling one, but maybe it also highlights some areas where they could improve.
You've got to be constantly evolving in football. And this match definitely gave Real Madrid some things to think about.
For sure.
It'll be interesting to see how they adjust moving forward.
It really does make you think. So, you mentioned Celta Vigo exposing some weaknesses. You think Ancelotti will be making any changes based on what he saw in this match?
It's tough to say for sure, but, there were definitely some moments where Celta Vigo found those gaps in Real Madrid's defense, especially during that second half surge.
Yeah, they really turned it on.
Exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Ancelotti, really focus on shoring up those areas in training.
It's that constant evolution, right? Always got to adapt and learn from every match.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every game is like a chess match.
You got that right. So let's go back to Endrick for a second. 2 goals in extra time in a high-stakes match like this. It's like a coming-out party for him.
Yeah, it really was a breakout performance. But you know what really struck me was the variety in those goals.
Yeah, they were so different.
Right. The first one, that incredible left-footed curler, showed his technical skill and precision.
Oh, man, that curl was beautiful.
And then the second one, that cheeky back heel, highlighted his creativity and awareness.
It almost felt instinctive, like he didn't even have to think about it.
That's what separates the truly special players. They see the game differently. They make decisions in a split second that others wouldn't even consider.
It's like they're playing a different game altogether.
And for Endrick to have that at such a young age, It's incredible.
It really is. So do you think this performance earns him a more regular spot in the starting lineup? Or is it too early to tell?
Well, it's a good problem for Ancelotti to have, right?
Yeah, he's got so much talent on that team.
He does. But Endrick has definitely made a strong case for himself. I think we'll be seeing a lot more of him in the weeks and months to come.
And you know what's so great about this? It's not just Real Madrid fans who are excited. It's like the whole football world is watching to see what this young player can do.
It adds a whole new dimension to the La Liga title race, doesn't it?
Oh, for sure. The title race was already tight. Real Madrid just a point behind Atletico Madrid.
And now with Endrick emerging as a potential game changer.
It's anyone's game.
Exactly. It just injects this whole new level of excitement and unpredictability into the mix.
So speaking of that title race, Real Madrid also has that upcoming La Liga match against UD Las Palmas.
Oh, yeah. Big match coming up.
This Copa del Rey victory coming after that Supercopa disappointment, it's got to be a huge confidence boost for them heading into that match.
Momentum is so crucial in football. And, this win could be just the spark Real Madrid needed.
They've shown resilience. They've shown they can handle pressure.
And now they have this young, dynamic talent in Endrick adding a new dimension to their attack.
Makes you wonder what they'll cook up next.
It's going to be fascinating to see how they build on this.
And even though they lost, I got to give credit with Celta Vigo. They didn't back down. They pushed Real Madrid to the limit.
Oh, they absolutely did. They played with heart, they played with intelligence, and they came so close to pulling off a major upset.
It was a nail-biter for sure.
It really was. They proved that on any given day, any team can challenge the giants of the game.
And that's what makes football so compelling, right?
Exactly. The constant possibility of the unexpected.
That's the beauty of it, right? You never know what's going to happen. And that's what makes these deep dives so much fun.
Yeah. We get to break down these matches, find those little details that might have gone unnoticed.
It's like being a fly on the wall in the locker room.
Exactly. And it's not just about the final score either. It's about the tactics, the individual performances, the whole story of the match.
And this Real Madrid match, man, it had it all.
It really did.
One thing that really impressed me was how Real Madrid adapted, not just within the match itself, but also how they bounced back from that Supercopa loss.
Right. They could have easily let that defeat get to them.
Yeah, it could really mess with their heads.
But instead, they channeled that energy into a powerful performance.
They turned it into fuel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It shows you the kind of mentality they have at that club.
A winning mentality.
They refuse to accept defeat. And, you see that in how they responded to adversity in this match. When Celta Vigo equalized, they didn't panic. They didn't crumble.
They just kept pushing.
They dug deep, found another gear, and ultimately came out on top.
They just found a way to win.
Yeah,
That's the sign of a champion, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about being able to bounce back, adapt to the situation, and find a way to win, even when things aren't going your way.
That's a lesson we can all take away from this. Not just in football, but in life.
Couldn't agree more. Okay,
Wow.
we've got to talk about Endrick one last time.
I know we've gushed about him already.
But seriously, 2 goals. Those incredible moments of skill and awareness. I mean, are we witnessing the birth of a superstar?
Yeah. What do you think? Is this just a glimpse of what he can do, or is there something truly special here?
It's the million-dollar question, right? And honestly, it's too early to say for sure.
Yeah, it's just one match.
But what I will say is this. He has all the tools, the talent, the vision, the composure.
And that's something you just can't teach?
Right. He's got that it factor.
Yeah.
But now it's up to him to keep working hard to develop his game and to make the most of these opportunities.
And the best part is, we get to watch his journey unfold. We get to see if he can live up to this incredible potential.
And that's the beauty of football, isn't it?
It's more than just wins and losses.
It's about the stories, the individual journeys, the moments of brilliance that capture our imagination.
Well said. All right, so let's wrap up this deep dive. We saw Real Madrid overcome adversity. We witnessed the emergence of a potential star in Endrick.
And we were reminded that in football, just like in life, resilience and adaptability are key.
It's been an incredible journey.
It really has. And it leaves us with so much to think about. Can Real Madrid keep this momentum going and challenge for the La Liga title? Will Endrick continue to shine on the big stage?
Only time will tell.
But that's what makes following this sport so captivating. There's always another chapter waiting to be written.
So we'll leave you with that thought. Keep watching, keep exploring, and keep diving deep into the beautiful game. We'll be back with another deep dive soon, but until then, thanks for joining us.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a butter. about to cut your puppy dog. Show them all what I'm made up. Strut down the hall, won't stop till I get enough.